Hi everybody, this is the last part in my dry hop experiment series. Finally, part 4. What I'm doing this time is comparing to some commercial beers of different stuff. So, starting out here with the light ones. This is a James Squire Golden Ale. James Squire is sort of what I would call a gateway craft beer company. They're owned by the big boys. But anyway, this one is Stone and Wood. This is a Pacific Ale, and this is actually made with Galaxy hops. So, hopefully it's quite similar to my ones. And that one does well in competitions and things. But anyway, this is I think I've gone with my 1 and my 2 grams per litre for comparison on these. As you can see, still suffering from overcarbonation. So, I know this one uses Amarillo hops, and actually, I think they might have taken a lot out. I remember that being hobbier back when I used to drink it back in the days. Maybe my frame of reference has just changed. This one's pretty nice. Popular, easy drinking beer. The old Stone and Wood there, so that's good. And my 1 gram a litre tastes like it did before. And this is my 2. So what I'm doing here is trying to figure out how much aroma each of these has and where they all fit on the scale, so I can go, okay, that style needs this much. So what do we got here? This one's still got, I reckon that one's almost got no aroma at all nowadays. So that one's going to be on the left. Then I reckon it's the 1 gram. So what I'm saying here is that the Stone and Wood Pacific Ale there has around 2 grams a litre. This is just a tiebreaker to see where I think it is. And yep, 2 grams a litre on that one. Alright, so next, moving on to APAs. Sierra Nevada. I should know more about them. Would I be right if I said they were kind of a gateway craft beer too? You know, anyway, this is an excellent beer. Mismatch Pale Ale is my favourite American Pale Ale. It's just an absolute cracker. It's got good bitterness, malt backbone, lots of hops. Alright, so I'm comparing this to 4 and 8. Jeez, look at the... Well, I'll let that sit for a bit, I guess, maybe. But anyway, here we go. So Sierra Nevada actually doesn't have much aroma. The Mismatch has a good amount of aroma, which is really nice there. So, I guess this one, I don't know. I'm just going to talk about how much I like Mismatch again. It's brewed locally, I think in the Adelaide Hills somewhere, so that's all good. Now my others have settled down, so what am I doing here? Who knows? Doing a bit of a more comparing and trying to decide if it's near 4, am I? And there's 8, and 8's definitely more than that one, I think. So how are we going to stack these up? One more taste? No? Too much video. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm deciding that that's got almost no hop aroma in the end. So that one is the least. Then then that one and that one. Yep, is that final word on that one? So this, I'm guessing. Oh no, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. So yeah, I reckon this one's somewhere between 4 and 8 grams a litre, probably closer to 4. Now I'm moving on to XPAs, which is kind of I wasn't planning on XPAs, but I like them. They're good. And this one's a cracker. This one came, I think, 2nd in the Australian craft beer competition last year. And this one here is Coopers. So the first one was Balter. This one's Coopers. It tastes very much like Coopers. If you've had Coopers, you know exactly what I'm saying by that. And again, I'm comparing these to the 4 and the 8. So with the Coopers one, they don't tend to use a lot of hops, especially late. So I'm expecting that one to be on the lower end of the scale. The Balter one I'm expecting good things of because it's just a delicious beer. And I reckon that'll be good and hoppy. Yes, that's the exact amount. A good amount of hoppiness. Anyway, as I said, so the thing about Coopers is the yeast. It uses they have a special yeast strain that they use, and it makes a Coopers beer taste like a Coopers beer. And yeah, you might have seen me harvest it. This one looks like something you get at the movies. Alright, so now I'm getting to, this is number 8 of mine, 8 grams a litre. That is nice and hoppy, and 8? No, 4 and 8. This is 8. That one was 4. Because I reckon they'll be in that range somewhere as well. And actually the APAs were a little less than I was expecting. Like the hoppy Mismatch one. What am I doing here? Just a tiebreaker or something? The hoppy Mismatch one was closer to 4. So anyway, so how are we lining these up? So I've got, oh okay, so I think actually the Coopers one is a little bit more than 4. And the Balter one here, having a tiebreak between it and the 8. And what's the final verdict? No, leave them where they are. Okay, so that one's probably pretty close to 8, and the Coopers one somewhere a bit more than 4. Alright, Pirate Life IPA, which you've seen me make chicken wings with before. These were a local craft brewer that everyone loved, and they sold out to the big boys, and they're a little bit disowned, but I think people don't really care that much. This one I don't know much about. I couldn't find a well-known American IPA at the local shop, so I think these guys are from maybe California in the United States. I think the guy at the shop said they do a lot of good stuff in terms of donating certain amounts, so they give back to the community. So there you go. If you did I say what they're called? I'll look it up. And that's me just sitting back and letting the aroma waft in. So Pirate Life IPA, nice and fresh, nice and hoppy. AleSmith, I think it's called Juice Stand IPA. Very, very nice, very nice. And what am I? I'm trying to check the freshness of these. I think the Pirate Life one was within the last year, and the other one's about a year old. Now I'm comparing these to 12 and 16 grams a litre, because that's where I think they might be, maybe, but we'll find out in a sec. Okay, so AleSmith and Pirate Life. Alright, AleSmith first, Pirate Life. Then, okay. So Pirate Life is currently in a tiebreaker with the 12, and I reckon it is 12. Do I? No, I've got no idea what I'm saying. I've put the 16 near the 12. Here comes the tiebreaker. Okay, so Pirate Life is hovering around 12 grams a litre, I think. And, yep, and, maybe the 16 and the 12 are actually kind of feeling kind of close today instead of Pirate. But anyway, we're all done. There they all are in order of hoppiness, except for these two now. They're all in order of hoppiness. I reckon actually that Pacific Ale was hoppier than the Sierra Nevada. But anyway, thanks for watching the video and sticking through this 4-part, whatever you call it, thing. What's a madoodle?